One of the characteristics of modern society is that we see trends changing every day. In order to keep up with these changes, we need to understand what they are.
The ever-changing trends are not a random occurrence. It is influenced by social changes and people's desires. Changes to these synchronous elements are how trends are created. It's especially important from a business standpoint to predict and anticipate how the consumer market will change. By predicting these changes, we can prepare for these changes and turn a crisis into an opportunity.
So these are the 7 keywords that they forecast for the year 2014, and some of them look very foreign to me. Maybe it's just
The
me.
words sound a little
Right.
foreign, right? Yeah, we have things like escape from money. Why would anyone want to do that? Endorphin dishes, street trekking, and so forth. But why don't we start with endorphin dishes? What do you think this could possibly mean?
Okay, foods that make you happy or give you endorphin or help you release that.
Right, foods
Sounds
that
about right.
produce endorphins or
Right.
something like that.
Right.
Well, this actually refers to foods that relieve psychological hunger, and it shows our changing forms of individual expression.
Oh, okay, wait.
You know, when they're mixed together, it's called the 짜파구리.
Yeah.
Right. So what about it?
Okay, so that's actually, there's a term for that, and that's called modesuma, which is
That's a new
What does
word
that
for me.
supposed to mean?
which is a combination of 2 words of modify and consumer, and it indicates or pertains to consumers who don't follow the company's recommended way of preparing the dish,
I see.
like this, and instead they make their own creation.
So you basically modify certain
Right.
dish.
That's right,
or-
that's right. So it's like people who make kimchi 볶음밥, they might put a little bit of canned ham in there instead, right? And then add their own
Interesting
dishes.
example, I would say.
Perspective from young.
Well, there's a mayonnaise company called Hellman, and they have this thing called recipe marketing. Okay, so you know when you purchase mayonnaise and you get the receipt and there's a whole list of your other purchases. So what Hellman does is that they look at your other purchases, they analyze what you've bought, and then they give you suggestions of recommended recipes of what you could do with what you've bought. And that's called
That's very
recipe
smart.
marketing. Yeah, it is. And that has led to actually an increase of 44% in their sales.
Wow.
So it's important to
Interesting.
know these trends so your companies can know what they can do with that.
Okay, so another trend I want to know is escape from money. That I do not want to do.
That one you're like,
Never.
what does
It's
that
more
mean?
like
Mind-boggling.
escaping
What
from the
is that?
responsibilities of money, right? Like paying bills.
Well, escape from money. If we look here, I'm going to give you these hints. So there's a Japanese guy here, okay? His name is Satoshi Nakamoto. And so he apparently developed this idea of digital currency, and this was done in 2008. So, oh, sorry, it's his surname first, Nakamoto.
Okay.
Satoshi.
Right.
And so he created this thing called Bitcoin.
I see.
Okay, so
Okay.
Bitcoin.
This trend will catch on next year, you mean?
Well, I think so because Bitcoins are said to be not to be subject to the instabilities of inflation. And also because it has no associated government, there is no need to go through the complicated process of currency exchange and the transaction fees are so low. And so recently in Korea, we saw a trading site that does accept Bitcoins. And due to the increasing online users, so now companies have to catch on because they need to work hard to create an e-commerce site, e-commerce system, and maybe even create their own digital currency as well.
Okay, well, we'll have to see how this catches on in the future, but for now, I guess I'll stick to my wands for now.
Yeah, I think so. Me
Okay,
too.
now let's look at the
What do you
next
guys wanna
one
look
here.
at now?
I find that one a little bit interesting. Street trekking.
I like the little picture.
Yeah, the
that's
guys
attached
walking
to
on top
it.
of
It's
the
kind of like
buildings.
Godzilla walking all over there.
Tell us about this.
Okay, so street trekking refers to transforming city streets that give people freedom and space to enjoy the culture. So I think the change of a regular city street into a specialized space began with guerrilla gardening. So in 2004, guerrilla gardening began in England with the motto, "Let's fight filth with forks and flowers." So this is, what they do is, it's an event where they plant flowers in abandoned grounds and desolate lands. Yeah, and it's happening here in Korea as well. Let's have a look. I'm sure you're curious. What does 1/n job mean?
Right.
Okay, so 1
No idea.
over.
And you have absolutely nothing.
And you have an empty board here.
Are you just going to start writing stuff down,
Right.
Audrey?
Should we
Is
doodle
that-
on this? or-
Okay, well, let me first explain to you what this
Okay.
means. So, 1 over n job refers to the trend of individuals being able to have multiple jobs if they have the specialized ability to. So I'm going to show you in Korea, it's called My Rail Trip. So I'm
Okay.
taking it out of nowhere, and here you go. My Rail Trip. And this is a tour guide service where many individuals living overseas, maybe like Korean immigrants or study abroad students, they can register their own tourism program and offer services as a tour guide because they can, because they have the knowledge and they live there. And if the term to job referred to people who work multiple jobs for the sole purpose of earning money, 1 over n job refers to people that choose to develop their ability or their skills to perform several jobs. All the ideas
Interesting.
together,
Yeah.
from an online community.
Okay,
So that's 1th job.
All right, great. And what else do you have for us? Net shop.
Okay, let's go to DMZ. How's
Okay,
that?
DMZ.
DMZ, all right. It's not the demilitarized
That's
zone.
exactly what I'm thinking. I'm thinking. So the
That's a trend
2014 trend forecast is going to be the demilitarized
You're going to see
zone.
a reunification here on the Korean Peninsula.
Well, actually, DMZ stands for Design Miracle Zone. It's almost like we're
It's a
redeeming
fancy
this,
word.
this abbreviation. Okay, so Design Miracle Zone. In the future, they predict there will be more spaces, more places made to help relieve anxiety and stress naturally in our daily
Well,
lives.
give us some examples, maybe.
Okay, so I wonder if you've heard of in Seoul, Yeomnidong, there's Salt Road.
I think we've seen Dami, we've sent Dami to this
right, that's right, that's
a
right.
couple of times.
It has something to do with crime prevention designs
right.
that they put on the streets to reduce the crime in the area. It somehow
And it works
psychologically,
magically, right.
makes people not
Happy?
no, not happy, but deter
Relaxed?
from
Yes.
wanting to commit a crime there.
Yeah, because this place is known in the past for its violence and crime. So here, designers collaborated in making these signs and machines. There are things like the galleries, playgrounds, and other community facilities. And since the creation of Salt Road, 78.6% of these residents say that it's been effective for them in crime prevention.
Wow. So Design Miracle Zone, DMZ.
Have a way of changing our mood or making us feel a certain way. So I think design is going to be the big thing in 2014. Now, there's also 2 that we have left, which are Net Shop and Life Quarter. Which one do you want to go with first?
Okay, let's go with NetShop.
All right.
Okay, let's go in
She
order
next of all.
of
Okay.
the chart. Okay, so we see 2 tablet PCs over here. So NetShop, let's put that on the. Since I didn't give you any other clues apart from that. Many offline stores are like, oh no, we're losing out. We need to get these customers back. And so they have to change their marketing tactics to retrieve these customers. So nowadays, there are a lot of offline stores now who are moving in to allow customers to receive the benefits of online shopping. Final one, Life Quarter. All right, Life Quarter.
That was a mystery to
Yeah,
me.
I was trying to figure that. That's the first thing my eyes went to. Tell us about this Life Quarter deal.
Well, according to an expert, a person's ability to use digital technology affects the person's earnings. And education and modern day world leaders like Steve Jobs, Facebook's Mark Zuckerberg, and other IT-related figures, and their childhood background, as well as their views about education, is gaining more attention.
Does this have to do something with the Steve Jobs schools in the Netherlands?
Yeah, you've got it. This year, the Netherlands opened Steve Jobs schools in 7 different areas. So instead of following the traditional curriculum of textbooks, their aim is to learn how to think differently out of the box. So there are no notebooks, no textbooks, no computers or blackboards. And so all classes are conducted with iPads.
So these kids get to learn in an environment that they're comfortable in, and also an environment that nurtures to what they are very interested in.
Yeah, what they want to learn. And they won't have homeroom teachers, grades, or strict rules to follow either.
What a great
I
school.
like my homeroom teacher. What's wrong with having a homeroom
No
teacher?
grades, no rules.
Oh, no grades. That's a plus. All right, well, that's a look at the trends forecast of 2014. That's a lot of information we had to take in today.
It definitely is a lot of information, but we'll have to wait and see exactly how these trends play out next year.
Whether it will catch on,
Yep.
right?
All right.
Well, thank you, Audrey, for that story.
Thank you.